Hey, good morning, friends. Happy Sunday, May 3rd, 2020. What a beautiful morning it is over here in Tower City, Pennsylvania. Uh, it is absolutely gorgeous out there. I took Sir Prince out for his walk so he could do his job, and he literally did not want to come in. I said, "Will you come on? It's time to have breakfast. Come on now." And he'd hobble along. He was doing the Prince Shuffle. There's a thing called the Warzy Shuffle, but the Prince Shuffle, it's just a little bit different than the Warzy Shuffle. I do the Warzy Shuffle every time I walk by a meat counter in a store. I got to look at the meats, and I go, kind of slide on over left to right. So we call that the Warzy Shuffle. Good morning to all of you, and yeah, there's my, if you want to call that my sunset. And actually that's from my ceiling fan, but I'll get my big head right in the center right there so we can't see it, right? Because if I turn that down, then the lighting in here, it's not so good, okay? Even though I have lights all over the place in here, but that little ceiling fan makes all the difference. Ceiling fan light makes all the difference in the world for lighting, because without that on, I kind of bleed in where you don't get an opportunity to see this good-looking face. If you can't laugh at yourself, who can you laugh at? You know what I say? You know what I mean? Yeah, here it is. And from what I understand, King Nummy Trail Campground is supposedly opening up 8th of May. So I think I'll be scooting down there. We'll see. We're watching the weather report, and all this week over here in Pennsylvania, it's so-so. And as we get closer to the weekend, it's so-so. In Cape May, New Jersey, kind of. But we'll watch the weather report. But I tell you, I got an email from one of the admins, if you want to call them that, down there at King Nummy. Hold on for one moment, if you wouldn't mind, please. Okay, back at you. I dropped something there on the floor. But anyway, as I was saying, I got this blanket email, which I'm sure all the seasonal campers, which is what I am, down at King Nummy got. They're saying, May 8th, we're going to open up, but you won't be able to use the restrooms. You won't be able to use the showers. There will be no running water in the restrooms. Me, I'm hooked up to the sewage, and I got water running through my camper, and I got a nice little shower in there. It's not as big as the showers that you have in the shower rooms where the restrooms are and all that, but I can make do, and so can anybody else that comes down and uses the camper. But these poor people that might be just jaunting down there for a weekend, the weekend warriors, let's call them that, the transients that are coming down in a tent or a pop-up, they better have a porta potty, and I don't know what they're going to do about water. I guess they'll have water there, but it'll be cold water, unless they got some kind of a heating system in a pop-up. I don't know if they have that nowadays in pop-ups or not. But anyway, it's going to be a rough weekend, and it's going to be that way until, who knows until when. And I understand, it's for the benefit of us people to stay healthy so we don't get this coronavirus. It's just a minor inconvenience for other people. Like I said, for myself, hey, I'll be all right. I'll turn my propane on. Yeah, I'll turn my water on. I'll have water running through my showers, hot water, warm water. My restrooms are going to work, so I can survive. Not a problem. Anyway, okay, let's get off of that. But as I said, it's Sunday, May the 3rd, and good morning to all of you. Let me put down some caffeine here. I hit the I hit the bingo marker this morning. I was looking for birthdays, and I got 3 nice ones, and I could have had a few more, but I just picked out the 3 that kind of stood out in my mind. So if you want to see other birthdays, you can just go to Celebrity Birthdays May the 3rd, and you'll see all the other birthdays of the people, the important people, I guess, that were born on May the 3rd. Okay, we're back. Excuse me. May the 3rd birthdays. Bing Crosby, God rest his soul. He was born on 1903 in Tacoma, Washington. And he passed away in 1977. And of course, he was 74 years old at the time. And his net worth was $50 million. He's a good actor. And I understand from some, in the rumor mill, and I haven't done any real research on it to find out if it's truth or justifiable, but they said that he was a tough man with his, family members. I don't know. If you want to do the research on it, go ahead. But he was a great singer. Yes, he was. And a good artist. Actor, excuse me. But, may he rest in peace. And another one. Here we go for another one. The Godfather of Soul. Do I need to say who that is? Well, probably some of you young people will say, I've never heard of the Godfather of Soul. Well, that would be James Brown. And his famous Flames, that was the name of his band. There's some useless trivia to put up in your memory banks. James Brown and the Flames. Remember that, Tina. That could be that $1 million question at trivia night whenever you get out. If you go to trivia night. Okay, James Brown. Excuse me. The Godfather of Soul. He was born in 1933, and he passed away in 2006 at 73 years young, and his net worth is and was, he made this kind of money during his lifetime from the research I get, whatever this means, $100 million. So there you go. God rest his soul, Mr. James Brown, the Godfather of Soul. I feel good. Na 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 na. Yeah. Okay. Frankie Valli. And he's still out there doing it. That's on my bucket list. I'd like to see him in concert. But it's his birthday today. And he was born in 1934. And he's 86 years young today. And his net worth, I don't know. His net worth is only $60 million. That kind of sounds low to me, but hey, what do I know? Is that cash that he can get his hands on, $60 million? Because I think he's got more than that. Stored away or and hidden or and invested, probably not in this country, but again, my opinion. It just seems awful low for Mr. Frankie Valli to be worth only $60 million. I don't know. Stranger things have happened. Maybe he shares it with his family members. That could be. Okay, we're going to go for a 3-day weather forecast, and let's go to Barnesville, South Carolina. Now, who was born in Barnesville, South Carolina? Well, it certainly wasn't Frankie Valli, and it wasn't Bing Crosby. So it's got to be the godfather of soul, Mr. James Brown. He was born in Barnesville, South Carolina. Put that in your memory banks. Okay, today, Sunday in Barnesville, South Carolina. 88 for a high, 62 for a low, and sunny. Not bad today. Monday in Barnesville, South Carolina. 87 for a high, 65 for a low, and partly cloudy. Okay, and then on Tuesday, it's going to be a back-to-back day for partly cloudy. All right, so Monday and Tuesday in Barnesville, South Carolina, supposedly it's going to be partly cloudy. On Tuesday, the high temperature is going to be 89 degrees. That ain't bad. And 63 for a low. That's comfortable sleeping weather. I can do that. Now, let's come on over here. Come on, over here to beautiful Tower City, Pennsylvania. We're not too far from Harrisburg, if anybody wants to know. Okay, we're about 40 miles, give or take, north of Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. Tower City used to be an old coal town, all right? And there's still a lot of homes around here that heat their houses or homes with coal. Matter of fact, I was doing that up until, what's it been now? 2 years, I guess. I finally changed over from my coal furnace to oil furnace. Those were the days. When I moved here, I thought, man, I could dig this. This is cool. You know, going back in time and heating the house with coal, and I can do this. Well, 15, 18 years ago, I was a little bit younger and a little bit healthier and had a little bit more energy. But once I started hitting the 60 mark, the energy kind of went away. And it was no longer fun going down there and filling that coal barrel up on a daily basis, sometimes twice a day in cold winter months, and then shoveling out the ash, and then taking the ash to the end of my property line so the people could come by and pick up my ash. I do not miss that now. Now I just call it my oil man. Now it does hurt a little bit, but now I just call him and say, come on over and fill up my oil tank for me if you would. Now the beautiful thing about having oil furnace, at least for me, is going over by that thermostat and just going click instead of saying, hey, I'm going to go downstairs and I'm going to shovel some coal in my furnace. My nephew, I call him Bucko, Roy Thomas, Roy T. Wojnakowski. He was here a couple years ago, more than a couple, but he was here and he was amazed at how we heated the house and that. And I took pictures of him picking up some coal on the shovel and dumping it into my 55-gallon drum. All right, again, going off branches. But anyway, where was I? Over here in Tower City. Today, Sunday, 75 degrees for a high, 52 for a low, partly cloudy. Monday in Tower City, 57 for a high, 38 for a low, and partly cloudy. Thursday in Tower City, well, we got a triple header here. It's going to be 58 for a high, 38 for a low, and partly cloudy. So Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday, supposedly partly cloudy. But as of right now, well, I guess it is partly cloudy because we had some vitamin D earlier, this morning, and right now it's. I think the sun is hiding maybe behind a cloud. That's why they call it partly cloudy, right? Okay, that's it. Today is National Paranormal Day. And what is Paranormal Day, you might ask? Well, supposedly people get together and discuss their experiences with the paranormal. Whatever happened in their lives with paranormal activities and so on. Real quick here, I got a story for you on paranormal. I don't discard it, not at all. My father, God rest his soul, many, many years ago, when we lived in Exton, Pennsylvania, we lived on East Oak Lane, right off of Showen Road in Pennsylvania, down in Exton. My father ended up buying a 1962 Buick. You know, I can remember this stuff, but I can't remember what I had for breakfast yesterday. Why is that? I don't know. My short-term memory, it takes a crap anymore. But anyway, my dad bought a used 1962 Buick. I forget the actual model. It was a four-door, and if I remember correctly, it had cloth seats. It had a bench seat in it. It was an automatic four-door. But when he went to buy it, this was his story to us in the family. You know, we're sitting around having dinner, and he's talking to all us youngsters, and of course my mom. And if you think I'm a storyteller, oh, my dad could tell some stories. Sometimes you had to wonder, you know. They were kind of, they're right on the edge. But, God, I loved his stories. Well, we're sitting at the dinner table, and he said, yeah, I bought this car, that Buick out there. Yeah, I bought that. And I went over, and I paid the family for it. They gave me the keys. I went to start the sucker up, and it was and he said the reason it wouldn't start, and the reason that these people were selling it, the gentleman that owned it, he took his life in the car. And there were a few stains on the front seat. Not blood stains, but some kind of stains. Or maybe it was blood stains, but apparently they might have cleaned it up, but there was still that outline. Right? So my dad said, let's say the owner that took his life. Let's say his name was Bill. Okay, Bill, I bought the damn car. Let me start the son of a bitch up and take it home for my family. And it started up. And ever since then, it ran fine. That's my dad's story. And that's what I remember of that story. So, did anybody in your family have stories? Were anybody in your family storytellers? You know, that's a Wozniakowski trait. My son can tell stories. My brothers, they can tell stories. Brother Raymond, Brother Roy. Mary, not so much. She's vulnerable. She loves to hear stories. But speaking of paranormal, this house, okay, now this was built in, I think the research was 1837. And there's the closet space in our my upper bathroom. That closet is always cold. And it's an inside wall. But it's always cold. And there's times that sometimes lights get turned on. You know, you can hear footsteps going around. And I took my dad's advice, you know, when all this stuff started happening. Hey, I'm a good guy. I like this house. And of course I have my, some of you people call them religious relics. Yes, I have them around this house. I have crucifixes in every room. Believe it or not. Okay? Oops, there goes my internet. My background is freezing up. Then again, maybe that's the end of my video back there. But anyway, okay, that's enough of my story. I hope all of you guys have a great day today. I got about 20 minutes into this video. I didn't want to even be this long. This is not normal, but this is the new normal, okay, for the time being, I'm doing this Saturday and Sunday edition of Good Morning Video just because we're all so far quarantined in the house, wherever we might be, or, we're all just, it's just not the same now, is it? Nah. But things are getting better slowly, slowly, slowly. Okay, folks, have a great day today. God bless all of you. I love all of you. And to my family, God bless you guys. I love you guys. Hope you're all healthy and well. Lloyd, good morning to you. Lucille, good morning to you. Barbie and Ken, good morning. Hey, Barbie, I hope Ken's getting better. I said a prayer for him last night, and I'll continue to say another prayer. And speaking of prayers, do me a favor, prayers and karma, send him this way for Sir Prince. He's not too bad today. Let's knock on wood, I got to do some research on, somebody sent me some research, and they asked me to join this Facebook club on Turmac, that they're using it on their dogs or their four-legged fur babies, their pets, and also human beings. And supposedly they're getting some kind of good results out of it. So, if it's not too late, I want to check it out, because I know I can go down the road here and at Hornings, and they have all kinds of natural things for your health and that, and they have Turmac, or however you pronounce it. So I think I might buy some of that. All I got to do is find out the recipe on how to mix this together. I guess it's like a paste, and somehow to get it into Prince's system. So I got to do some research on that. And if any of you have any research or any knowledge on Turmac and how to give it to Sir Prince, I'm digging at straws. I'm looking for any kind of a miracle to shrink this mass. I don't want to say it's the big C, but all indications are there, and it's behind this fatty tissue. And as I said, my Prince's vet doesn't want to open him up to take this mass out. She has done this before. She does do this, but because of Prince's age, 15 plus years old, she's afraid that he will not come out of the anesthesia. So she wants to leave well enough alone. So I got him on antibiotics for his kidneys, because they're starting to fail a little bit. And his red blood count, I guess, is high, and his white is low. Or maybe it's the opposite way around. I'm not sure. But I got him on antibiotics. I got him on his pain pills to, alleviate some of the pain from his hip dysplasia. And I'm sure that big mass is uncomfortable. And I got him on this hemp oil. So if this Turmac sounds to be a good thing, or possibly a cure, and even if it's not a cure, if it's just going to make him comfortable, let's go with it. So if you guys know anything about it, do me a favor, send it to me in a private message. It's not that often that I go onto YouTube to look at my comments on YouTube, okay? So if you have anything to say, send it to me in a private message. Or if you have to, you can go onto my Facebook, and I believe my phone number, my cell phone number, is in my profile on my Facebook. So you can always text it to me. Okay, enough of all that, folks. Have a great day today. Love your family and your kids. Excuse me, your loved ones. Because we are not guaranteed tomorrow. Deb, good morning to you guys. I hope you're healthy and well. And Reds, a.k.a. Deb, hopefully I'll be seeing you this weekend coming, I'm going to make the trip down there, and I think I'll make the trip even if the weather isn't good, I think so. I think it's time for Sir Prince and myself to do a little bit of a road trip down south to King Nummy Trail Campground, Cape May Courthouse, New Jersey. Okay, folks, have a great day today. Thank you, God, for another day on earth. If you like my video, do me a favor, hit the like button and subscribe to my channel if you wouldn't mind. And, tell your friends about my YouTube video, all right? Tell them to look it up under DJ Ralph Warzy on YouTube. I would appreciate it, okay? God bless you guys. I'll talk to you later on. I'm going to punch you out in 3. Have a great day again, okay? Thank you, God, for another day on earth. Remember that. Here we go on 3. Give me a big smile. On the way to Cape May. See ya.